how y'all set that oh. Set that oh. Guys, so proud of you, man. So proud of you. Talk about complimentary football at its finest. Complimentary football. All three phases, dominate. All three phases, straight dominate. Guys, I'm so proud of you. Man, that's a big win, baby. That's a big win. Guys, man, you talk about being at your best when your best is required. These are the type of games. These are the moments. These are the moments. And we rose to the occasion. Every single one of you guys should be so freaking proud to go look yourself in the mirror tonight. Love you guys. How about our freaking quarterback? Hey, a lot of work still to do. A lot of work. Our maturity, guys, as we continue to go, all right, that's got to continue to show. All right, our maturity, and man, I love you guys. That was so much fun to watch, man. I love you guys.
Great job, guys. Love you guys. All of them are big at this point. We treat them all the same. Just checking them off the list. Let's go, baby. Jags on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah, boys.
Let's go.
Top of the AFC South for real. I think
this is real life.
Smitty, did you call that? Did you call that? Then we were going to beat the crap out of him?
Absolutely.
Did I call that?
We called it.
I didn't.
Didn't you say we were going to lose there, tough guy?
Well, I actually changed my.
At the very end, we talked you into it.
We got him into it. We got him into it.
I changed my tune.
Whatever.
I changed my tune even further down in the middle of the week. But very excited for the Jags. Cheers to a victory Monday, boys.
Cheers.
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 We love our Victory Mondays around here.
Oh, man. In case you missed it, welcome into the Prowler Hour presented by Happy Hour Sports. We are here on a Victory Monday down at Strings Brewery in Jax Beach. Really excited this week. I think the whole fan base got a shot in the arm. You should see how many people showed up tonight.
This is most people I've ever
house
seen here for the show.
Yeah, we've gone to every single one. Essentially,
pretty much.
Since the season started here at Strings, when they bring players in, Trayvon was in tonight, and I couldn't find a spot.
Yeah,
I couldn't find a spot.
I just kept walking around.
I didn't
Park
even
across the street.
Yeah, I was in a corner, like trying to get my stuff together. So really cool to see the fans get behind this team. This identity of the team being physical, having a chip on their shoulder. It's awesome.
It's a lot of fun when the whole city is ready to run through a freaking brick wall, man.
And Liam Cohen, you saw it right there. That's the reason why.
He's a huge part of the reason why.
The alignment, the understanding of, intangibly rich and building the floor and all these terms that we heard, in February, March, and April. And we're kind of like, oh my God, is this really this is what we're going to be dealing with?
Yep.
You're starting to understand what it really means. You're starting to see what they were talking about. It's constantly be evaluating, constantly be pushing the envelope, creating who we are by having the players that we need to fit the things that we're going to do to people. And that's be physical on defense, create chaos as much as possible, and then execute on offense. Jacoby Myers right now, you could say, is the most integral piece of our offense because he has now made Brian Thomas Jr. a weapon on the outside, and we have been able to run the ball all season. So now you put all these pieces together, and oh boy,
this is what you get.
Hot at the right time.
And this is what you get.
Careful, we have a hot team coming in now. So I don't.
JETS Jets.
Listen, we have our team, the Jags. We're getting hot at the right time. And I think this is what everybody kind of talked about this season, especially when we had these roller coasters, ups and downs throughout the beginning and honestly towards the middle. But now that we're building after that bye week, after the Texans
5-1 now since the bye week.
Yeah, so we're on a roll. I think that's the biggest thing I took
Take
away
out the fourth quarter of the Texans game, and we've outscored everybody by 65 points or something ridiculous.
Yeah, how many games have we scored 28 plus points?
I believe we've set a record
4 in a row
for 25 points or more in consecutive games. So.
For franchise?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about the win against the Colts?
It was again, it was a lot like what I said about the Chargers game. I think we saw everything we wanted to see this Sunday. Obviously, we didn't want to see Daniel Jones get hurt, so
Just not bring it
heal up.
up.
That's
Not
a
like
huge
that.
bummer.
Not like that.
But it's no excuse, right? It's not like they weren't going to beat us even if they had Daniel Jones there. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man. Our team was so prepared, you could just tell they were ready
They were
to
on
go.
fire.
They were out for blood. Everybody is ready to run through a brick wall, and that energy was just coming off the field. Loved everything we saw. Jonathan Taylor has one of his poorer games of the season. We all knew that was going to be vital. We got turnovers. First play of the game, Devin Lloyd reminding us all who he is.
Yep.
Trevor has one of the cleanest games of his career. It wasn't this huge statistical game, but it was clean. No turnovers, no crazy decisions.
Just
Even
play-
in the rain, no
Yeah.
fumbles,
I
just a
was gonna say,
clean.
and maybe the worst weather he's ever played in.
Yeah,
And notoriously, he hasn't played great
that's true.
in the conditions, so that was great to see as well. Trevor's really getting hot. So we'll get into the players in a minute. I heard from Schmitty or what he thinks. Heard from Coach what he thinks. You've heard what I think. What does J.J. Watt think?
Yeah.
So Coach put this out on Twitter, and I took off my glasses, so I'm going to have somebody at least paraphrase or read this for me. But Coach, you put the tweet out, so
Yeah, so JJ Watt has now done 3 of our football games, and he's been very kind to us. I believe he did the Texans comeback game, so
he was happy with that one.
he said some really quality things about the Jags while it's happening live. He spotlighted some stuff from the Chargers game and one of the other things that he's done on us. And so he's been very kind to a lot of people on Twitter. So I just asked him, I was like, Mr. Watt, what did you think of Jacksonville today? And he not only answered the question, but he let everybody know that the Jacksonville Jaguars are for real.
Yep.
And he's seen them enough to know that it's not smoke and mirrors. It's not a scheduling thing. It's who we are. And he talked about our head coach and his abilities. He talked about our defense coordinator and how they've got them playing as well as they played. And then he talked about, the understanding of the building of the franchise and where we're headed. And then he summed it up and pretty much, if you're a Jaguar fan and you haven't said this or you haven't felt it or read it at least once, you're probably not looking in the right places. He said that we should make the Prowlers our permanent uniform because it is by far our best look. So
Absolutely.
So JJ's winning brownie points. And for those of you, if you haven't met JJ or you haven't been around when he was playing here in Jacksonville, he used to go around and throw the ball, and he threw the ball with every one of my kids. And so he's
awesome.
He's a great man. You don't win the Player of the Year, the Walter Payton Award without doing something special. And him and his wife do a lot of charity still, and they're very devout to the Houston area. But he's a football guy at heart. He loves it, and I'm telling you, he's got a good feel for the Jaguars right now.
Yeah. So we're starting to see, because I think national media wise, we can all accept has been down on.
We're not going to
Jacksonville.
get that love.
We're not going to get love, and the team talks about it. Liam Cohen talks about it, and it's my favorite thing right now going on. And I hope we keep getting this hate, because obviously we play better, like we said in the past. We play
Chip
pissed
on
off.
your shoulder.
We play on a chip on our shoulders. I'm just excited for the end of the season, because I know we have the Jets coming in this week. I know we have the Titans. Now we have the Colts without Daniel Jones. We'll talk about them later on, what they might do to try to stick around, but they got a really hard schedule. They should be basically out of the playoffs at this point. And then we got the Texans. Or we don't have the Texans, but we have Denver. So we'll talk about all those things. But just really excited this week. Let's give out some game balls. Schmitty, let's go this way down. Who's your first game ball? Or who's your game ball going to?
For the second week in a row, I got to say Trevor Lawrence, man. He did everything you needed him to do. I would say this was a step above being a game manager, because he made some excellent throws. Again, it wasn't like this massive stat game. We didn't need that. We still hung 36 on him without him having to throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns or whatever.
Yeah.
He made some killer throws, man, to Tim Patrick of all people. You know what I mean? It's so funny. You see the boot out when he reads the pressure, dime to Tim Patrick, the touchdown to Tim Patrick, the one-handed to Brian Thomas Jr. He was on the money, man. And again, I'm going to reiterate, no turnovers. So I got to give it to Trevor, man. How, like Liam said, how about our freaking quarterback?
Yeah, I give it to Trevor too. Trevor, again, for me too, is going to have the game ball. I was surprised he only threw for 244 in that game.
I know. It seemed like more, right?
Felt
like more.
In person, being there, I thought he threw, at least a 300.
Yeah.
And
shorter field. We forced 4 turnovers. The short field after the safety, those kind of things. The numbers are relevant, to be honest. He played as well as he could with the opportunities he was given. He threw touchdowns to 2 different people. Travis Etienne had 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
We had a safety. We had 2 field goals. They've been talking about complimentary football, and we're doing it. We're doing all the things that we couldn't do a year ago and finish people and all those kind of things.
We're doing things we couldn't do a few games ago.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that this team's moving in the right direction. I think Trevor, like any team in the NFL, their quarterback kind of drives their success.
Yeah.
And he's driving the bus right now, and we're going into the top right now, top of the division. Hopefully getting a playoff game at home at the end of all this. So can't be more excited for Trevor. You could see, there's a couple clips. Did anybody see the Liam Cohen after that Tim Patrick?
Yeah.
He got
big chest
some big
bump
love
and everything.
But not even that. When's the last time you saw Trevor? I guess you could say starting this year, you started seeing it more like in the Kansas City game and stuff. But being that competitive and seeing him play and being confident after he makes a big play, that's the biggest thing that we took into the regular season. I think collectively was like, hey, Trevor's got all the tools. What I'd like to see is him play with the chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
him play with confidence. Him, come up and be the leader that we need him to be on and off the field. And I think right now he's on fire. And I know it's statistically not insane numbers.
Right.
If you look at Shedeur Sanders threw over 300, like 360.
303 touchdowns.
But I'm more excited with how Trevor's playing and with only the 244. So very excited. I think the accuracy too for him was the biggest thing.
On point.
In the post-game presser, Miss Mia asked that question to Trevor about the interactions that he had with Liam on the sideline. And Trevor was very complimentary to Coach Cohen about how he challenges him, how they've built a relationship, how when it isn't going well, that the communication is still happening. When it is going well, it's even better.
Right.
And so...
and he gives him some juice. He said, he gives me some juice. He gives me the energy,
And that's something that, as a professional, you're getting paid X amount of dollars. The whole building's wanting you to do this. You still got to go out and do it. You still got to go out and perform. But sometimes you just, you need those high school moments. You need those college moments where your coach is in your ear and he's telling you you're great. And, hey, man, you're going to be fine. Don't let that bother you.
Yep.
And one of my favorite things that I think Coach Cohen has done a really good job of, maybe since that episode against the Bengals, is you see him on a silent. He's hey, we're good. We're good. Calm down. I feel like that's one of those things that you deal with at every level. It's an excitement. It's an energy. It's a hurry up to slow down. It's all of those things to where it's time to go and execute just like you did in Thursday practice, just like you did in Friday practice.
Yep.
And Coach Cohen talked about that too, that he's trying to take care of the guys because it is a long season. We are beat up. We have guys that are hurt.
Yeah.
And so the mental reps have got to be excellent. And what you saw on Sunday is they practice with rain balls. They practice outside. They had to do all of those things. And, man, our execution was
spot on, man. All 3 phases.
Yep. So let's, while we're giving out some credit in this game, let's give out our 3 ups and 3 further ups. Now that we have a playoff. These are fun. I like when we do the 3 ups and further ups. That means we had a nice big blowout. So, let's start a little bit lower. Who's kind of just your regular stock up, and then we'll finish with further ups. Who's your first stock up?
Regular stock up. I'm gonna go with Jacoby. I think he had his first drop as a Jaguar, but we're not gonna hold that against him.
Very unfortunate, but that is true that he did get credited with a drop.
But notice it wasn't the end of the world. No. It didn't cause him
to. Did he catch a touchdown after that?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Exactly.
I think it was on the same drive, to be honest with you.
I bet they got in the huddle. I bet they got in the huddle, or once they got to the bench, I guarantee one of them looked at him and go,
yeah. I hope Brian Thomas Jr. looked at him and was like,
the rest of us.
Yeah.
But the route he ran on that touchdown was so sick because you can see about 3 to 5 yards out, he gives this hesitation, and then it's like he suddenly
Snaps it up to
realizes,
the top.
yeah, I'm open.
I sent that out today. There was a really good cut of it. Somebody tagged it and cut it, and then I sent it out. I said, if you watch it and you break it down and you see it, when he lets go of the ball, when he's separating his hands to throw the football, the only person that's open is Travis Etienne. There's no one else open.
Yeah.
And he knew exactly where Jacoby Myers was going to be. He knew that the end cut was going to take care of the safety.
Right.
And he knew he was going to have a window to throw the ball. And Trevor, may or may not have thrown, like, you hear that from our fan base. Oh, he can't feather. He doesn't have any touch. Well, let me tell you something right there, boys
Got
and girls.
Some touch this
there
Sunday.
was plenty of touch on that.
And to your point, it's throwing with anticipation. Everybody's dogged Trevor with, hey, he can't
One
throw.
read guy. One read.
Yeah.
So for him to be able to not only, I saw him be able to layer the ball in preseason, but now being able to throw with anticipation, like, this offense is going to get scary, guys. I put it out there too. I was like, imagine we had Travis Hunter right now.
I know.
On top of all
He's
this.
a luxury. He would be an absolute luxury right now.
So if we get back a healthy Parker Washington, Brenton Strange,
who did not play at all last
Jacoby,
week.
Didn't play.
so we could really go on a heater. My first stock up, just standard one. I'm gonna give it to the O line here.
All right.
I think the whole O line in general really dominated in this game.
Yeah. No sacks.
Trevor didn't get hurt. Didn't get hit.
I was about to say, I think he truly got hit one time. I know there was
when he ran
throw that he got, like right as he was letting it go, he got hit.
Yeah.
But other than that,
yeah,
it's pretty clean, as they like to say. They had a clean sheet for you soccer people.
yeah. And a guy that I haven't really called out much this year is just because he floated under the radar, but he's been so consistent, is Ezra Cleveland.
Yeah, man.
He was spotlighted by some other people today.
He was really good in that
I'm
game.
interested to see what Baldinger, for those of you who don't know, Brian Baldinger was on Twitter, and he does some of the most fun breakdown stuff.
Baldy's breakdowns are great.
I think on
he gives a lot of love to O-line, D-line guys.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine if Ezra played as good as we think he played, he's going to get some love from Coach Baldinger.
I think all five of them. And Van Lanning, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, I think he's really pushing
he might have
Walker Little.
He might have
right
earned
now.
the job, period.
Like, do you change? We can talk about it right now. Do you change Walker Little out for Van Lanning?
So Coach Cohen talked about this. One of the things, like, people were dogging him in preseason and those kind of things about having different lineups for the O-line and this, that.
I mean, that's why.
I think we've learned that he knew what he was doing long before we ever had to worry about who was going to be in there on the O-line. And what it's done is it's created healthy competition, not, to where we're worried about this guy playing and that guy playing, as to where now maybe this guy's just earned it. And that's by him playing every position on the O-line and then going out and playing, for those who don't know, the most important O-line position for our right-handed quarterback, left tackle.
Yeah.
And I would say, Walker Little is a swing tackle. That's what he really is.
And that's what he thrived
at the end of the day.
And when he had his best years.
And he's also better in run block. Like, he's had really good numbers PFF-wise in the run game. So I would actually like to see him as our jumbo tight end going forward.
And definitely wouldn't hurt.
Let him run block. You know what I mean? I think
instead of 64 being eligible, 72 would be eligible.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
We're going to throw it to one of those big guys. That's coming, right? That's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming for sure.
Well, yeah, I would say the O-line in general. Hainsey had another nice block too on that on the second
touchdown.
Hey,
and the first one was Ezra in Strange.
The Anton had a killer block on Etienne's long touchdown too on the right side. Basically knocked out between him and Hainsey. They knocked out like 4 people, man.
3 or 4
Anton
people,
was like, "Hey, you're going this way, all right? No ifs or buts about it." Like
for sure. Coach, what's your first stock up?
First stock up, BTJ.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
I actually yelled in my section. I'm sorry for the people in 150 if I offended you or because we've been down on him. People have been down on him, been dog cussing him, been treating him like crap. And I've tried to explain to anybody that would listen, like, this dude lost his best friend, man. I don't know if you've ever lost your best friend,
right?
But how he lost his best friend, mental health is real, fellas. And, like, my man was dealing with it all the way around. And how they used him yesterday, in my opinion, was the best way to use BTJ. Now, should there be a curl in there? Should there be a slant in there? Should there be something else? Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
But how they attacked with him, and he sat down in the zone early on the first touchdown drive, how he got loose twice for big gainers. That's probably who we're going to get to see. And as that relationship evolves, man, watch out.
Well,
To take the top off is what we've been missing with this offense.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing, right? Like, the biggest thing that was missing in this offense was the deep threat. And,
Brian.
being able to use him and do what he does best. Like, I think that's what the coaching staff does on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
Well, is, hey, what do you like to do? What can you do? Let's not put you in a position. That's coaching one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because in Joe's not X's and O's.
Exactly. If it doesn't fit your scheme, find something that does. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily rocket science, but I think having that ability opens up the entire offense. And I know, Tim Patrick, that's another one of my just regular stock ups. For me, I thought Tim Patrick played really well in this game.
Absolutely.
And he's played solid throughout. You know what I mean? He was Jacoby Myers before Jacoby Myers, right? When everybody was struggling, Tim Patrick was the one kind of that floor receiver that Trevor could go to. And blocking wise, I think he played great, just like he normally does. And he had some big catches, had the touchdown, he had the deep threat. So I love our wide receiver room. All of a sudden, now that we're getting healthy, and now that we got Jacoby in there, the sky's the limit with that group.
Yeah.
Give me another stock up.
Another stock up. This is one that I would have not anticipated saying maybe all season.
Okay.
Antonio Johnson, man. Safety getting out there has stepped it up.
He has developed so well over the last
three, 4 weeks, maybe?
I think so.
Pretty much since the bye.
About a month ago, we were worried about him.
I was dogging him.
Yeah.
I said, get him off my team.
Yeah. We were all worried.
Him and Walker Little, I was over.
You want to trade everybody.
And I just wanted to cut him. And I was begging for Rayon Lane, who has gotten minutes. But
yeah.
I'm very pleased with. I'll criticize guys, but I will also praise them when they're doing their thing. I think
super
Antonio
improved
Johnson in the coverage and in run support, I thought he's been really good.
If you were there live, and I'm very fortunate, I sit in the end zone, so I get to kind of see it a little bit different.
Keep going, yes.
And I got to see him be a little bit more of a leader. Aaron Murray hadn't been in there in a while. I think he had lined up wrong or didn't get the call real fast, and Antonio was telling him where to go and kind of what we were in, and
that's
there was a check a couple times to where he had to come down and play in the box, and it's good to see that guy finding his way, because I know that not too long ago we thought he was going to be the man,
because he was busting coverages where it was like clear.
Yeah,
it was clear to us that he was out of place, right? You think back to the Raiders game where, thank God, Devon Hamilton kind of levitated and blocked that pass, right? Antonio Johnson was out of position in that game.
Yeah.
There's been a few other times where he's missed tackles, etc. He was clean, man. And, really good safety play, honestly, you shouldn't even, really notice them that much. Because usually you only notice the safety if they bust their coverage, right?
Or if they're the solo fitter. If they're the solo fitter down there when everybody's been blocked and he whiffs on the tackle.
Right, exactly, which we've also seen a little bit
unfortunately.
of. So.
But I think our secondary, if we were to go back and really look at our secondary,
they've stepped
once
up a
these
lot.
Safeties have kind of settled in, losing Murray for as long as this is his first game back. What did he miss? 5 games?
Yeah.
5 games.
Yeah, at least.
So you can start to look at our success again, kind of cultivating as the secondary and the people started getting better and getting more confident in their position. And then Coach Campanelli will be the first one to tell you when we scaled it back, everybody went forward. And sometimes less is more. And I'm so glad that they found that and put these guys in positions where they're comfortable. And I guarantee communication has gone up because they know, well, we were in this coach, and then I didn't get what you said we were going to get. Or, they got a different formation, so we checked to this. And
I think that's a huge part of what has helped Antonio Johnson improve, because his athleticism has never been in question.
And he's lights out on special teams.
Yeah,
right.
I've always said, Antonio Johnson, you're a great athlete.
Absolutely.
You're off football. That's what I was saying. I was like, you can't cover and you can't tackle, because he used to have a lot of missed tackles too, which that's been his number one improvement, along with
knock on wood. I feel like we've tackled real well.
Yes.
Let's go to another stock up though. Coach, did you go to your second?
No, I haven't done my second. Stock up for me. The next person is Trayvon Walker.
Nice.
they've been doing the things that they need to do to make sure that he's healthy here for the stretch run.
Yeah.
And he showed us there was a series of, I believe, 4 straight plays that he either had an assist or a solo tackle. And it's
What
only a
is the
series, but
fourth down?
when you look at how that shows up, when that dude's fresh, when that dude's right, that's an entire side of the offensive line that has to worry about one person.
Yeah.
And he made that play on 4th down,
Yep.
and it looked like something out of a high school tape.
Yeah. It was like a car
cut
crash,
across
man.
that guy's face, and there wasn't anything he could do
Yeah.
about it. And he formed up on him. And the best thing, one of my favorite things about this Jaguar team, watch how they celebrate with their teammates.
Yeah.
I was just gonna.
Yep.
This is where I was going.
The bench people were more excited about Trayvon making the play than Trayvon was about making the play.
And even at the end of the game, like you go back and watch the game too on the sidelines, they pulled a lot of these defensive starters out.
Good.
I think we played every backup that we could.
Everybody was going nuts on like Foye. I thought was a really good example of that.
Foye is always celebrating with his guys.
And to your point too, what you were saying about Trayvon and that on that 4th down, you know who was my last stock up on that? Devin Lloyd.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you could even put him in further up.
He was going to be one of my stock further ups for sure.
I think Devin Lloyd on that play too. He was really the guy that made that 4th down stop because he flew in, filled the hole, and that's when
there's only one place for him to go.
Had to cut back into Foye and Trayvon. So the boys were flying around that last week or yesterday. And
here's something else for you guys to think about. One of the reasons why our defense is playing so well is because they know the offense can score points.
Yeah.
And they know if they get the ball to them, they're going to get points. So
extra motivation.
When you think back to last year and these 1-score games and how we always were kind of in the game, but it never felt good. It never felt like, we're going to get it done. Oh, no.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why is because the offense was so pedestrian. And these pieces, all of those things, when you start adding up all these successes that are stockpiling on one another and building on one another, you're getting a team that's starting to believe in everything they're doing. All 3 phases, all the pieces. 9-4, control your own destiny. You got 3 winnable games left, and you got a test on the road against one of the best teams in the AFC. I don't think you can ask for anything more to finish up your season.
No, defense is flying around. They're playing great. Let's go. Anyone have a last stock up they want to do?
I'll give you one more. Jarian Jones. I think it ties right into everything we're saying. You know what I mean? The secondary.
His teammate bragged on him today.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's enough said, right? Like, he got a fumble recovery. He was flying around. I think he had a pass deflection. He had some good coverage.
You can talk about Buster Brown in the same breath.
Yeah, I was going to say, Newsom, I thought had a great game.
You could give
Newsom had his first pick in this game.
I was going to say, Newsom, you could give Newsom an up, because he finally got the stat sheet. He had 5 solo tackles and an interception. And have you guys noticed that he's been on special teams?
No.
Did you notice that Devin Lloyd is on the kickoff team?
I did
notice.
I did see Devin,
Oh, my Lord, man.
That says a lot.
Exactly. That just shows what kind of guys we got. Because there's a lot of guys that start on certain side of the balls, and they're like, I'm not going out there. I'm not doing that.
Nah, they want it.
Yeah. So those are good ones. Let's do further ups. So, Schmitty, who's your further up in this game?
I think one you can't ignore. It's got to be a very big further up, and we've probably said him a few weeks in a row now. Josh Hines-Allen, man, with the safety. You know how much I love to see the Jaguars get a safety. Yeah. Oh man, I love to get an extra 2 points from the defense. That's awesome, man. He's how many games in a row now? 4 in a row with a sack? Or 4 out of 5?
Might be 5.
He's crushing it, man.
He's really heating up.
And for the last 6 weeks, he's been outstanding.
Absolutely.
And I questioned him big time this year.
Absolutely. We all did.
The way the season started, how could you not?
Well, I went on record and I was like, at the end of the season, we could definitely trade him. I mean, I was ready to get rid of him. Here's the thing, though. What I've liked most about him lately, he's had these pressures throughout the year.
Yeah.
Now he's finally getting the quarterback on the ground.
Yep.
I did question it even Wednesday's podcast with David Gerard. I was like, listen, I think that if we, with Josh specifically, with him, I worry about, is it just the O-lines are bad? Is he taking advantage of these bad O-lines, or is he actually getting, improving and starting to, heat up? And I think we came to the conclusion he's actually ready to take that next step of this regular season, and I think he's hit that level-wise.
Yeah, he's in prime form right now. He's got his closing speed, like maximum closing speed. Man, he had a tackle for a loss. He is getting in a groove, and the Jaguars our defense is going to play at its best when their leaders are truly in a groove. And Josh Allen is right there right now. We see some Devin Lloyd getting in there, and the rest of these guys that we've mentioned. So it's amazing to see it all come together. But he really does lead it, you know.
Coach, who's your further up?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, you got to.
Who'd you
Trevor
give your
Lawrence.
game ball to? Or did you?
I didn't get one.
Who would you give it to?
And then
talk Trevor.
Honestly, I would have given it to Travis Etienne. I think he's a steady Eddie in this deal, man. And
He's never missed a stock up for me. I think last week, just because he had 30 yards or whatever it was, but it wasn't really his fault.
It's definitely how they played us and what they did to us. But my stock up is for Trevor because in the pre-cut that you saw when we opened the show with the locker room scene, what did you see the most there? You saw his teammates saying his name. You saw them going out of their way to give him a high five, to give him a hug. Do you know why? Do you know why that is? Because they're at practice every day. They see that guy working. They see that guy missing throws, throwing interceptions, having a bad day, coming back the next day, working that much harder. And he's put all these bad days behind him, and now we are about to be in the sunshine era, baby. It is going to be awesome to enjoy Trevor Lawrence. Nobody's beating the Trevor Lawrence drum better than me.
No, you've been on record. You're very John Elway.
He's going to be, I promise you, when it's over, he'll be between Peyton Manning and John Elway. He'll be somebody in between. I know this. Trevor is learning on the fly right now with maybe the best offensive coach we've had since Kevin Gilbride and some of those guys that were early on where we were scoring points at will.
Yeah.
He's learning from Coach Cohen. Coach Cohen's learning from him. They're putting together an offense right now that our fan base really, I don't think, understands how good we really are on offense right now. We're top 5 in the NFL.
Well, I think
scoring offense, and we're top 10 in everything else.
Well, I think that's what's cool about it right now is I think the fan base realizes we're not even at our peak yet.
Right. We still haven't figured it out.
We still haven't figured it out. And we're slowly getting there.
Yep.
And by the time, hopefully, the playoffs come, we're going to be rolling into the playoffs, scoring points,
100%.
and our defense is going to be able to fly around like they have done.
And we're going to be a problem on offense. People are going to be worried about how we're going to stop these guys.
Health is the biggest thing for me right now. Just stay healthy. I think we're fine.
As we watch the Chiefs die right here in front of us, unfortunately.
I know. We'll get into it in a little bit here with that too. But yeah,
what made them so dangerous in their run of all these AFC Championship games is because people knew that they were going to have to score 28 or more to beat them.
Yeah.
And as we get to that point, if we become a team that's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 points a game, that's hard to beat, especially if our defense can keep people under 17.
Yeah, and we got back to taking the ball away too in this game.
That was awesome.
My further stock up would be Foye.
It's another steady Eddie. You can't.
Him and Etienne,
has he had a bad game yet?
Him and Etienne are basically the same person, just different sides of the ball.
Yeah.
However, Foye in this game, I think he really challenged himself. And I think he was really prepared for Jonathan Taylor this week.
Yeah.
And you saw how physical and how much energy he brought to the field. Like, you could see some of these plays. I mentioned the fourth and one or whatever when they had that stuff. But
good fit.
On the sidelines, he was flying on both sides of the sideline to sideline. He's flying around. He almost had a pick another time, too. So his energy was just infectious, I think, on the rest of the defense. And I think they thrived off of his enthusiasm and his effort.
Absolutely.
I think he's super good for us in the other ways of how intelligent he really is. He's a Yale guy. He's a Yale guy. Okay? So the cerebral part of it for him is probably like having another coach on the field,
right? Because
he's able to make sure, first off, his linebacker group knows, hey, no, go here. Remember, we checked it. And then those D lineman guys, he's going to make those guys right. And that's something that as you watch us and when you watch our fit, if they go left, he goes right. If they go right, he goes left. He makes sure the fit is always right, and the safety is supposed to make everybody right. And right now, one of the reasons why we're so good at defending the run is because we are playing from ahead. Remember, a year ago, we played from behind, and we were one of the worst run defenses in the league. chances and opportunities are few and far between for teams against the Jags when we start waylaying points on them early on.
Yeah, that's a good one. Give me another further stock up.
I think we have already touched on him, but I have to reiterate him just because I'm such a big fan of his.
Yeah.
That's Brian Thomas Jr. I know we had him on a normal stock up, but
I had him on my further as well.
I got to give him a further stock up because not just because he had a cool one-handed catch. He had he went 3 receptions for 87 yards, which is awesome to see.
Yep.
But his first catch of the day was what? Not a fade, not an out route. It was a
seamer route, right down the hash.
Right down the
hash.
Between four defenders. Holds onto the ball, doesn't look scared. Any of the shit we were giving him earlier in the season, which we have to say was kind of
fair,
like acceptable. Yeah, exactly. It was kind of fair. He really showed us that he's back. And he doesn't have to be the number one on every play. He's impacting our offense. He's impacting their defense. You have to worry about where Brian Thomas Jr. is on every play. If he's out there, you got to know. You got to keep an eye on him.
There's that man again.
He's got too much talent not to be good.
He's going to be fine.
Well, I was never worried about BTJ. I was never trade BTJ.
No,
I was
none of us were
disappointed.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because you're thinking he's going to get 1,500 yards, 100 yards, 10 touchdowns. But here's the thing. To Coach's point too, I'm very excited for BT and just happy for him as a player and a person. I knew he was going to bounce back. It's just a matter of when. And I think.
How about the BTJ chant from the fans?
Well, exactly. I was hoping everybody heard it on TV. I was probably sporadic.
Unfortunately, I think he started my section. I can't take credit for it. I think it did start my section.
I was starting the "Who's Your Daddy" chant, but it didn't catch on. It didn't catch on like I wanted it to. But yeah, BT, I called him having a huge game in this one. I thought he'd have 10 catches and stuff with Parker out, but he still got close to
the weather affected your unfortunate prediction. But
3 for 87.
There you go. The scheme of thing of how we played and the intention of what we were doing. 3 for 87. That's pretty big. Whether you want to look at it in a different light.
Listen, I'll take whatever that average is. I'll take the 30 yards a catch all day.
Just under 30 yards a catch.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like a pretty good player.
Yeah. Anybody else have a further stock up they want to shout out that we didn't get to?
Jacoby Myers.
Okay.
I know he had a drop, but when you go back and you watch the tape, and people are starting to key on him, what that's going to do is it's going to open it up for other people, and that's going to be a huge problem, especially with a healthy Parker Washington and a healthy Brandon Strange. You got to pick your poison with us very, very soon. And you saw the Colts had to get out of their too high stuff because we started picking them apart in the middle. And once they got out of their too high stuff, they had one high safety there, and that's when we got our chunk plays. Yeah. And for those who don't know, that's football 101. That's how you draw it up. That's how it goes on the play sheet. When you get too high, we want to run. We want to put it in the middle of the field. When we get one high, we want to take the shots on the outside. We want to see how fast that guy is.
Yep.
See if he can run from the middle to the side.
Yeah. Let's kind of change it to it here. So down the stretch here. So we have a few things to add. I know anybody that watched that Chiefs, I know we alluded to it earlier, the Chiefs-Texans game, I had mixed feelings. I could never root for the Chiefs outright. So I was just sit back, see what happens. I wasn't surprised that Houston upset them.
No.
Because I know that defense and how good it is. What I was surprised was the Chiefs didn't chief, if that makes sense. They didn't make
they didn't make the play at the end.
They didn't make
the game.
I was waiting for them to come on this big
be
roll,
the Chiefs, huh?
And it just never came. It was clunky. It was kind of like who we were, in the beginning or middle of the season this year, where it's just out of sync, and if
lacked rhythm.
Yeah, lacked rhythm. If Mahomes hit Kelsey in the hands, he dropped it. If
there was another drop, the other guy had a big drop.
Exactly. Yep. So they were all over the place. So listen, I don't think Houston's offense is really all that great, but they did enough to get the job done. And I think what happened in that game was, if you guys didn't watch it, so Andy Reid went for it. I think it was 4th and 1 or 2 twice in the fourth quarter, while Kansas City's defense was really playing well. They're playing really hot. I think they had negative 2 yards in like the third, most of the third, and half of the fourth quarter. So they were dominating on defense against Houston's offense, and Andy Reid decided to go for it on his own 30, which is automatic points. I think he scored a touchdown, and then it happened again. I think they kicked the field goal, and that was the game. So, how do we feel about Houston, and how do we feel about the Chiefs? Let's start with the Chiefs and go to Houston after.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead,
How do you
Smitty.
feel about the Chiefs?
I
Do
think
you
the
they're
Chiefs
still going to make the playoffs?
No, I think the Chiefs
No,
season
they're
is
not.
over. I think the
agree.
season is over. I think they've got a lot of soul searching to do in this offseason. Mahomes
For the
can only
first
do
time
so
in
much.
12 years, they're not going to win.
Mahomes was
Yeah.
banged up in that game. Too.
Yeah.
I don't know how hurt he is next week, but
Their O line is they're at a point where they're so bad on the O line that they might shut Patrick Mahomes down as they get further away from the playoffs.
if they lose next week, 100%. I think the issue with that offensive line is they were playing like, I think they had a fourth string left tackle that was a
signed
rookie,
them off the street. Yep.
undrafted free agent. Like, I think they showed a picture
Then
where
their
like
other
one,
tackle got hurt on the very first play of the game.
yeah,
Like
guards were out. Like, it
it's
was
just
a mess.
bad. It's
Yeah.
just bad.
So they
Attrition is real, boys and girls.
they had a little bit of momentum in that game, but they let it go. Like I said,
Yeah.
on those fourth downs. So I think the Chiefs still could sneak in, but we're watching Chargers right now. So I think Chargers will probably get in if they win this game against Philly.
So the Broncos are leading the division. The Chargers are the wild card currently from their division.
And do they already have 9 wins? Are they gonna be 10?
This would be 9 tonight.
This would be 9 tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think at the end of the day, you're probably going to get Houston, Chargers, and Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
I think that makes
I
sense.
Probably.
the driver's seat. Unless something crazy, there's always seems to be that one team that gets really hot and wins their last 4 games, and so and so chokes on the last day of the season, and somebody gets in. That's usually how that wild card weekend gets set up.
So I'm glad you brought it up. All right. So let's
look
get
at it.
in.
Man, these graphics are mixed up. Who did that?
I know. This is 30 seconds in the parking lot of Strings.
Oh my gosh, what talent this man has!
So here's how the final 4 weeks of the season go for the 3 AFC South contenders here. So Texans, we've gone through this last week. We'll go through it again.
Yeah.
They just beat the Chiefs. They're home against Arizona this week.
That's
or next
dub.
week.
It's dub for the Texans.
I think that's really an easy win for them.
Arizona
Should
got
be.
hammered by the Rams, so that you're going to get their
Yeah.
best punch right here. But I still like the Texans.
Yeah, I think the Texans are really high on their momentum right now. I think they're going to win that game. They got Vegas at home.
That's dope.
Should be another easy win.
Yeah.
The Chargers game is the only
That's the big one.
It's at LA, and it literally could be for seeding. It could be to get away from
Yep.
the Jaguars or Denver or however that could shake out for either one of them.
Yeah.
So this is an important matchup for both teams,
Yes.
and it could be the Texans' opportunity to steal the division.
I agree. I think if the Texans win out, the way it looks now is if they win out, they win the division because I don't see us beating Denver at
Well, so
Denver.
we would be tied because we would both be 12-5.
Right, but I
Okay.
think they have
So
a
how it
tiebreaker,
works
you
is, unfortunately, they have the AFC. If they win out and it goes where we lose to Denver and we win the rest,
know? Yeah.
they would get a percentage point tiebreaker win for the division over
Mm.
us from their AFC strength of wins or whatever.
Right. So that's where
That
it gets
sucks.
that's where it gets tricky. You
So go Chargers.
you
Go
Chargers.
Chargers. Go
You can-
Chargers.
you control your destiny, but you kind of don't at the same time. Like, what if they're gonna be 13 and what 4, 13 and 3?
We would be
13-4.
13-4 if we completely went out.
I mean, do you, guys,
12-5 if we lose to Denver.
do you guys see us winning out 8-game winning streak?
I believe we can.
I think we can.
The
Yeah.
Patriots are on a 10-game winning streak. I know that they've played nobody.
Yeah.
Going to Denver is going to be good for this football team, win or lose.
I do think we have at least the backbone and I think going through the struggles and adversity this season, the way
Yeah.
we did, gives us the mental makeup to go to Denver. And I think we have the physical play style to beat them too.
Yeah.
I think we'll be the best team Denver has played.
Yeah. I can see that.
The issue is, can you mentally put it in your head as a Jaguars fan that we're going to have the number 1 seed or number 2 seed, I guess?
I don't see why we couldn't think like that. I think the goal right now, if you could if you could sit in the meeting room and listen to these guys, they're probably talking about, hey, we got to find a way to get to the 2 seed, so we don't have to leave the bank until the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Patriots are going to get upset.
Well, in their schedule, the only game that I think they would lose is against Buffalo, and that's Buffalo at home.
Right.
So I don't know. I
And
think
they beat Buffalo already, so Buffalo, and Buffalo's still
really-
fighting for their playoff life too. So,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Chargers with another pick.
Oh,
Oh, he fumbled it. No, get it back.
we got some chaos on the
Bad
field
news
here,
bears,
people.
ladies and gentlemen.
We got a
The
little.
Powder Blues got the ball.
Chargers.
We got some schoolyard bullshit
Jalen
going
Hurts'
on.
second interception of the day
Wow.
after only having 2 coming into the
That's
day.
another team.
Oh, the
Philadelphia.
Boo Birds are getting
They're
ready
nuts.
to come out in Philly.
That's
I bet
another
you.
one that.
Santa Claus is getting punched this year.
Wow. All right.
Anyways.
let's finish this part up.
The
then.
Colts.
Daniel Jones is out for the season. I don't think their schedule helped him any before this. So now Daniel Jones completely out.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
They worked out Phillip Rivers.
They're going to
and-
work him out tomorrow.
Okay. And then they have Russell Wilson, I think, might ask to get cut to start there. But regardless, whoever it is, I don't think they're getting by. At Seattle, San Fran at home, I think we'll be a wagon by that time. And at Houston,
So here
not winning.
we go. Here we go. We get to ruin their lives not once but twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then we got to turn around and root for them on January 4th to
Against
help
Houston.
us.
Against
help
Houston.
us, please
Yeah,
help us.
everybody stay healthy.
Phillip Rivers, come out of retirement and be amazing just one time
with
for
your
us.
funny little throwing motion.
So he's not out of shape. He's been coaching and stuff. So I'm sure he's been throwing the ball every day. So that's why why he volunteered.
I think he
come
lost.
do that.
I think he lost his arm before his last
He
season.
hasn't played.
Yeah.
He hasn't
4
played
years
since
ago.
2021 in
Yeah.
the playoffs.
Yeah.
So going to practice every day, and the high school kids that he's working with and doing stuff and throwing it, and he might have had a little bit of love rehab, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
to where he
Stem
might
cell or
feel
something.
pretty good about having to play 4 games. Can I be
I
upright
don't
for
envy
4
them.
games?
I
don't envy the
I'd be
Colts.
shocked if I was a Colts fan and you got
But
into the
I
playoffs.
think he has a good relationship with the Irsay family as well, and I
Yeah.
think that's part of it. He sees they're in dire strait. I think he wants to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't blame him. That's a football guy. For those of you who don't know, Phillip Rivers might be one of the most pestering humans of all time for the Jacksonville
Yeah.
Jaguars. One of the best video cuts you'll ever see is him and Ndakwe running down the field. Touchdown! Touchdown!
93-yard touchdown or whatever.
So-
So let's wrap up just this section, guys. So
Yes.
for the Texans,
We'll give him an L and for the Clips.
so it really comes down to 2 games this season. It comes down to
Them with the Chargers. And us
them
with
at the
Texans and
Chargers and
Chargers.
us at Denver. So Chargers, do you have them winning?
I got the Chargers beating the Texans.
protecting their home turf. Chargers win.
Man, that would be awesome. I don't know. I'll go with Chargers, but I don't like it. And then us at Denver.
Okay,
I
I'm
got
putting
us.
this out here for the world. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My mom is going to the game with me.
Okay.
This is our Christmas present to ourselves.
No, man, that's
You ready for
amazing.
this? My mom is 7-0. She has never seen the Jacksonville Jaguars lose a football game.
Wow.
This is her first road game.
This kicker has never missed a field goal in the
There it
last
is.
50.
Shame. Oh, sorry, mom. But I like our chances. I really do. I like
I
this
do too.
club. I like this group. I like how they play for each other.
I think they'll win. I don't think Denver. I watched them a little bit against
I
Washington.
I think we are going to harass Nix to where he's going to be running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and we're going to pop him good one time.
Yep.
Might get a couple penalty flags. We've been known to get some penalty flags,
Word.
but I think we're going to control it and find a way to get it done.
I think we can win out. I really do.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think where this team was in the beginning
Yeah.
of the season and where they're at right now. But this,
Question is when those
Teams
Colts
get
tickets
hot.
are like $12 in Indy, are we all going to just load up and go?
I think so. I have a house to stay at. I got family up there a little bit,
I mean,
like an hour and a half away. But
the closer you get,
Better
the
than a
easier it
hotel.
is to get up Sunday morning and get it done.
yeah, I would like that.
I promise you, I'd like that. I've never been to Indy. I went to the old RCA Dome 100 years ago.
Yeah,
But
it's not
Nice.
bad.
I'd like to check it out.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap up here with the Jets here.
The BADJETS, Jets.
Actually, I think the Jets are a pretty easy conversation.
Yes.
I think
First time we've been a double-digit favorite since 2007.
It's not that we should overlook them.
No,
It's just
it's
that,
not the overlooking. It's the understanding
No,
of it's
yeah.
TCB. Take care of your business.
yeah, take care of your business, do
Yeah.
your job, you'll be fine. I do want to circle back 1 second with Josh Hines Allen's comments
Oh,
today.
Super Bowl.
He basically said, "Hey,
doubting us.
keep doubting us. We'll meet
see
you
you
in the Super Bowl."
Yeah.
That's a strong statement.
I think we are capable of beating every team in the AFC.
Hey,
I
AFC
really genuinely
It
feel
is
that.
as wide open as it's been
It is wide
in a
open.
Yes.
long time.
Maybe ever.
Now, do we also have flaws?
100%.
Do we also, is the reason why it's wide open because we're so dominant? No. So I think,
The Patriots have their holes. Denver is not a perfect unit.
Right.
We're next. We have awesome top line players, but are we going to be healthy enough to keep going?
Yeah.
Then you look at a team like Baltimore or Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh,
No,
not scared
nothing.
of. Baltimore scares me because they have the dudes, but they have not played well all year. So
They've
if they
been
sneak
messy.
in,
They've been
can
messy.
they just turn it on? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
The team that everybody should be worried about is the Buffalo Bills. Because if they can figure it out and they can play in New England, they've already done that. They know what that's like.
Yeah.
They can go to Denver. The cold don't bother them.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they find a way to get into the AFC Championship game, Josh
I agree.
Allen has not had his moment.
I
It is going
That's a
to
great
be
point.
one of those things. Now,
Will he get there, though? I don't
there
think
you
so.
go. Will he get there? And if he
Right.
does get there, who's it going to be against? Because right now, if it was against the Jacksonville Jaguars, the AFC Championship game would be here.
Well, this is my
Yeah.
point.
I'm going to need some money, folks.
We
Yeah.
we need to win our division desperately.
Absolutely.
Because
That's step one.
Always.
I believe the two most dangerous teams going into the playoffs for the AFC are the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Texans have
The South,
the most
baby.
deadly defense in the
They
league
definitely
right
have
now.
the best defense. Their
That-
offense does not scare me at all.
Exactly.
The defense travels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defense
They have a
plays
good head coach.
everywhere.
And the
100%.
quarter, and CJ Stroud last night made the plays he needed to make,
There you go.
and he looked decent. But here's the thing: I think we're more well-rounded than they are.
Absolutely.
But it's going to
Our
come
running
down.
game is better.
It's going to come down to how consistent. Can we not beat ourselves?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Can Trevor Lawrence be consistent and not turn the football over?
Yep.
Number two. Number three. Can we get a pass rush consistently? Is this
Yeah.
just a flash in the pan, or can we really get after the passer?
So
Something you got to consider.
you look back on our first game against the Texans, and it was what? It was a 17-10 score late in the fourth quarter,
Mhm.
struggle win. Boys and girls, if we see that again, whether it be in the first round, the divisional round, or the AFC Championship game, you can go ahead and carbon copy that game. That's exactly the game you're going to get. Now, I can't tell you which way the scoreboard's going to go, but it's 17-10 again. Both defenses are going to be outstanding. It's about what quarterback makes the most plays, and it's going to be somebody's coronation party to be an AFC champion.
And I think Trevor's secret weapon with his legs, I think, puts him over.
He didn't use his legs very much in the first Texans game. But you know what I want us to not forget? If we are in a slugfest with the Texans, right, where it's a defensive battle, it's low scoring, we have Cam Little, who has the NFL record.
Get him close.
Just get him in range.
The third phase? You want to talk about the third phase?
The third phase of ball, man. Not to mention, let's get Parker healthy.
Yep.
Let's get some
Chicken
returns.
Chief.
I feel like Logan Cook, it's kind of a downer. I don't think Logan Cook's really been that great lately.
You know what? I told some of my friends I was sitting with, I said, his first kick is always it.
Yeah.
Then after that, he's usually money. He didn't have to do a whole lot of
He
punting.
averaged 46 net. 46 net punt yards,
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure, this
I
week.
He is the all-time leader in the history of the NFL
Yeah.
in net punting average.
I'm not long term worried about. I'm just saying the last couple weeks I've seen him.
I mean, when you
Yeah.
get to fight 3 plays in a row, come on, man.
Yeah, maybe
shout
it
out
was
to
the shoulder.
shout out to the player, or what was he, the man of the year?
Walter
Yeah,
Payton,
Walter
man of the
Payton,
year,
man of the
right
year
after
nominee,
threatening
Logan
to kill
Cook.
somebody.
Boy, Logan.
All right, let's wrap up with the Jets predictions and we'll get out of here. I need an offensive player, defensive player, and a scorer. Schmitty, you go first.
I got the Jags 31-10 over the Jets. I'm going to say offensive player. Man, stick to it with our guy Jacoby. I think his consistency, he gets a touchdown, a handful of big receptions at the beginning of the game. We get out to a good lead early, and then we just kind of run the clock out, sort of like we were doing against the Titans, right? Like let's get those points up,
Just go
let's
home.
get out of here healthy.
Yeah.
Defensively, man, I mean, this has been our guy lately, Josh Hines Allen. I think Brees Hall is going to find himself losing yards in more than one run. I
Who's
think
gonna play
whoever the hell
quarterback
they
for
put
these
that
guys?
back there,
They're
quarterback.
they're on a third-string quarterback right now.
Is Fields out? Is he hurt too?
Yep. Well, they said he might come back for this game, but I would expect the third-string quarterback. But
Whoever they got,
whoever it is, I'm not.
What's Tommy DeVito doing?
they're going to be
Put that
seeing
guy in.
ghosts.
No worries.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and bring DeVito over.
Yeah. So what was the final score you said?
I think I said
31-10.
31-10. 31-10.
All right.
What you got?
I've been saying even in the preseason, this is going to be the biggest blowout of the season.
Ooh.
Before they did anything,
Right. What you got?
we're scoring
Player of the game,
player of the game.
offensively.
I'm going to give. Man, I'm in between two players right now, between Trevor and BT. I'm gonna give it to BTJ.
Ooh.
Find
him pay dirt
twice.
Oh,
Dos.
I saw the Jets come into Jacksonville last year with Aaron
Put on a
Rodgers.
show
Put on a
with
show.
Mr. Adams.
yeah.
But if you flip that, Brenton Strange and BTJ
Also put on a show.
went off. Yeah. And BTJ is going to go off again. This is going to be the 100-yard game.
Okay.
This is going to be the 2 touchdowns.
I would love that.
66 is supposed to be.
Let's see it.
66 is sunny. It's supposed
I'm
to be
trying.
the
I'm
weather.
trying to curb it, but I'm going to say another 10 catches. I'll do the same prediction I had this week.
Look at that man. 10.
BTJ is going to be. You're going to be singing the BTJ song going forward and saying, "Wow, this guy is definitely back," and the NFL's got a problem.
I love it.
Defensively, I think one of the guys that I forgot to mention on my stock up, I'm going to give it to him this game because I think they'll at some point rest the starters. But this guy got a lot of snaps this week. David Strigow
I like that.
played a lot. He's been playing well.
68% of the snaps he played.
He played
Yeah.
a ton, and he's been playing very well. I'm going to go Strigow. And then score prediction, a lot to a little. 45
Ooh.
Jags.
40 burger
17 and mostly garbage time
Yeah.
points.
against the backups.
Jets.
Man.
Would love
All
a
right,
40
guys,
burger.
Here we go. Player of the game is going to be offensive. Is going to be BTJ. You are absolutely right. He is going to have one of those games where we look back and go, "That was the day."
Yeah.
He found
he's
all
so
the
overdue
confidence.
for it right now.
I
a
feel
great
like
point.
we're going to throw him something short. He's going to break a tackle and go to the house. I feel like we're going to hit him on something long, and we're going to get ahead and stay ahead. And
Yeah.
on defense, my man it's going to be the Trayvon Walker show, and he is going to harass whatever quarterback they put in the game. The running back, it doesn't matter. He is going to be all over the place, and by the third quarter, he won't be playing anymore because he is going to have had a field day against the Jets.
Seen a lot of similarities between all three of our predictions here.
And then, last but not least, the score. I like us, 35-3. We coach
3. Wow.
in the fourth quarter. Yeah, we let them get close. Usually on that first or second drive, we let everybody get close, and then they're going to kick it. And Aaron Glenn, I was on the Aaron Glenn train. I wanted him to come and interview and be the guy here in
Really?
Jacksonville. It was him and Mike Vrabel were the two guys I wanted.
Vrabel, I would have taken.
Yeah.
I did want Ben Johnson, which
I knew we weren't going to get him. So,
yeah.
hats off to.
But here's the thing: I'm very happy with Liam
Oh, I
Cohen.
promise you, I'm happy with
I'm
Coach.
more excited.
Couldn't be happier.
I'd rather Liam Cohen, not just because he's here, because I've seen both sides. And Ben Johnson's really done well this season too, for the most part.
Trevor Lawrence just threw his third pick for those of you that are watching the Eagle game right now. Because that's Trevor's fault. It's Trevor's fault. Remember, our fan base has now made that a joke now via Twitter.
No, listen. Jalen Hurts is the top 5 quarterback.
Right.
And the Chargers just got the third interception off of him.
Yeah. Let's go Chargers.
Oh, he fell. Devontae Adams
Oh, shit.
fell.
Let's go Chargers. All right. We got to end the pod. Great weeks for us Jags fans. There was a stock up. It would go to us because
We showed up in the rain, man.
showed up in the rain.
Yes, sir.
Was loud for the people that were there. Please get to the bank this weekend, even for the Titans. We haven't really been a 9-win team in a long time.
Going for 10.
We're going for 10. We're going for.
Anybody know when the last time we won 10
Sounds like
games?
we're going for 12-13.
2017.
That's right.
We're going
17 was
to
last
need
time we won
12 and
10.
13 to get the division. So
It's okay.
show up.
Yeah.
Have fun. These are bad teams. We should beat up on them. So
Yeah.
let's take care of business. Let's get a Duval and get out of here. 1, 2, 3.
Dude.